Imagine a world where every piece of plastic ever created still exists. Would you believe that this is the reality we live in today? It's a chilling fact, but one that is all too real. Every plastic bag, every takeout container, every disposable water bottle ever produced still exists in some form. Yes, humans have manufactured over 9 billion tons of plastic since the mid-19th century, and a staggering 91% of it has never been recycled. In the span of a few decades, we've turned our oceans into a plastic soup. There are now over 5 trillion pieces of plastic floating in our seas. That's more than there are stars in the Milky Way. These fragments, some microscopic, others as large as islands, are ingested by marine life, poisoning them, and in turn, the entire food chain. On land, plastic pollution is just as pervasive. It clogs our rivers, litters our landscapes, and fills our landfills to the brim. It takes up to 1,000 years for a single piece of plastic to decompose, releasing toxic chemicals into our soil and water as it breaks down. The impact of this plastic pandemic on our wildlife is heartbreaking. Every year, over 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals die from ingesting or getting entangled in plastic. And let's not forget about the human cost. Plastic production is a major contributor to climate change, accounting for nearly 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions. If the current trend continues, this figure is set to rise to 15% by the year 2050. So, what do we have to remember from all this? Firstly, the sheer volume of plastic that we have created is mind-boggling. We are talking about billions of tons, most of which is still around, polluting our environment. Secondly, our oceans are awash with plastic. It's not just an eyesore, it's killing our marine life and contaminating our food chain. Thirdly, plastic pollution is not just a marine issue. It's a terrestrial problem too, with plastic waste littering our landscapes and clogging our landfills. Fourthly, the impact on wildlife is devastating. We are losing hundreds of thousands of animals every year to plastic pollution. And finally, the production of plastic is accelerating climate change. It's a significant source of greenhouse gas emissions, and this is only set to increase if we don't take action. Remember, every piece of plastic ever created still exists in some form. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? But it's not too late to change. Together, we can turn the tide on plastic pollution and work towards a cleaner, healthier planet. So, this Earth Day, let's think about the legacy of plastic and consider what each of us can do to make a difference. Because the future of our planet is in our hands. Let's make it count.